world the classic anthem Memory, and Andrew Lloyd Webber his most successful composition of all time. For over 4 decades, she's wowed audiences across the globe and is quite simply the First Lady of musical theatre.
Do you know who I am?
I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. I'm not luck whose age is 80 and nightclubs is getting matey with gigolos. Anything goes. Sacamozza avec the wall.
Elaine, Paige. I worry about that. Lovely, lovely to see you. How are you? I mean, I'm very well. You're looking fine. Do you know, it's so... I don't know about you. I hate watching myself or listening to myself at all. Is it easy because it makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand on there when I hear you do it?
It's ghastly, isn't it? I never watch myself,
Do you never?
ever. And equally, if I've made an album, recorded an album, I never... Once I finished it, I never ever play it again, never listen again.
So you were standing behind there with your fingers
Well,
in
no,
your
I
ear.
couldn't believe my eyes. I particularly like the hairstyle with parted in the middle, that's all sticking out. You always know what era you're in, don't you, by looking at the hairstyles.
Yeah. But you've had roles which, in terms of performing them, actually doing them, must have been hugely exhilarating. I mean, Grisabella in Cats with Memory and Ava with Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. They're what you might call massive songs, aren't they? And the pleasure, surely, of standing on a stage and hearing a pin drop and you know you've got them in the palm of your hand must be wonderful.
It is a wonderful, wonderful thing that I've been able to play so many varied roles. That's the thing, you know. I've always loved a bit of diversity, and certainly all these different characters, as you just saw there, are so different one from another, and that's really the thing that keeps you going, I think, really, because you know it's always interesting to do something new and fresh and present a challenge for yourself.
If you had to pick one, what would your desert island one be? Is it an impossible question?
So difficult. I can't really. I mean, obviously, Evita will always be so special to me because that was the one that changed my life entirely and gave me a career in the first place. And it was a wonderful, wonderful character to play. Fantastic music, the lyric writing, the story, that Cinderella story. That will always be, I suppose, the one, really.
Do you recall the moment you first heard that song?
What, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I was filming at the time in a television play up in, where was I? Blackpool it was, Blackpool, and I was actually working at the end of the pier, filming this.
It's a contrast.
Yes,
Ava Perron,
play.
the end of Blackpool Pier.
And my agent rang me and said to me about the auditions for the show, for Evita, and asked me if I would go along to audition. And I said, I don't want to do that. I'm fed up with musicals. I want to become a straight actress. And she said to me, no, you've got to go and get this album. Go and buy the album and just listen to it. I'm sure you will change your mind when you've heard the score.
Wow.
So just to keep her quiet, I went and bought the album.
Imagine if you hadn't. Imagine
So
you know.
Blackpool it was. And of course, as soon as I'd heard it, and that was it. I was completely and utterly obsessed.
The CD is fabulous because we've got all these. It's live on stage, which is wonderful. Record, I think.
Well, that's the first time. It's another first for me. I've never ever done a live album before, and because the show that I'm touring at the moment is a 40th anniversary concert tour, and I'm doing it all over the place. We were in Ireland, and my musical director, Chris Egan, said to me, "Why don't we record it? I think we should record this. All your very famous songs are on there, and of course there's some new material as well in this particular show. It's an autobiographical evening." And I thought, you know what, maybe that's an idea. Had never done it before, so we were at Vickers Street in Dublin, and the guys got it organised, and we recorded it.
What's lovely about the CD is it's, you know, sometimes you get these stars who do wonderful big numbers that we all love, and then they say, no, I don't sing that anymore. I mean, here you get all the best ones, all the good ones in the same
Well,
concert.
it's because it's a 40th anniversary concert, and that's obviously why, because I wanted it to encapsulate the last 40 years.
There is one, of course, one role role which vies with Eater for the one that Elaine Paige will always be remembered for, and that's Grisabella in Cats, which, in a way, you got by accident, by default.
Absolutely. It was a complete fluke. It wasn't something that I had been originally offered. Judi Dench was going to play the role. She injured herself. She snapped her Achilles heel and was taken off to hospital literally a weekend before the first preview, and I got a panicked phone call on the Friday morning from Andrew Lloyd Webber's office and Cameron McIntosh saying would I come down and meet Trevor and Nana, meet them all to discuss taking over from her, because they knew she wouldn't be back in time and be able to... So I had a weekend to learn the role, which is all pretty frightening, really.
And not least taking over from Judi Dench, which is a fairly daunting prospect anyway.
I mean, she's considered to be our...
Grande Dame of the theatre.
Exactly.
But lovely.
So, no, she's a lovely woman.
Yeah, she's great.
Got great sense of humour. I adore her. So it was by default that I got to sing that wonderful song, Memory.
But other people want to be you. Susan Boyle desperately wanted to duet with you. What a wonderful... Were you surprised when you heard that?
Well, absolutely, absolutely surprised. I was actually on holiday at the time in south of France, and I'd been to the States and I'd just come back, and I hadn't taken my computer away with me, so I was completely unaware of this, of what had happened. And when I got down to France, I thought, well, I better get back, I suppose, to the real world, and got on my emails, and I was inundated with...
So did you meet her in the end?
I have finally now met her, yes, at last. Lovely woman.
As yet not sung together?
No, still waiting for the call on that one.
Be interesting to see whether it comes.
Well, who knows, we'll see, perhaps, we'll
confident.
see.
Well, look, good luck with this. Good luck with the CD.
Thank you.
Good luck with 5 years you've been doing the show now at the weekend.
The radio show,
too.
yes,
Yeah,
that's wonderful too. I can't believe it. I've got a long way though, haven't I, to catch up with Terry?
Yeah, well, we all have. But just don't fall off your chair.
No, I saw that. I was going to say you need to take more water with it.
I can't do the show if it's only water. Great to have you on. Good luck with it. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
fabulous CD, Elaine Paige.
Thanks so much.
You're watching Wednesday's AT show. Still ahead, so Terry Wogan reveals his future plans. We ask, are we really so obsessed with the lives of Katie Price and Peter Andre? There's music from Nicky Campbell and actor Mark Morahan, plus a chance to win £10,000 cash. Don't go anywhere. Good to have you with us on Wednesday's AT show. Coming up, Nicky Campbell.